Real Compassion and Moral Standards is the Real Solution, Part 18 of 22, on Between Master and Disciples, held in English on December 21st, 2021.
Warning: sensitive content.
I knew it all before already. I knew it all before. Just sometimes I don't talk to you right away.
Yes, Master.
Just like about Omicron, the chief of the COVID told me some days ago, long before the news broke out, like the experts say it's not mild, it's as bad as the Delta, for example, like that.
Yes.
And the lower sperm count, etc., etc. I knew all that long before already. Many things I know long before the news comes out. It's just sometimes I don't tell you, or I thought it's not much, or we didn't talk.
Yes, Master.
Because we don't always talk every day, but I knew all that already. Just many things I cannot tell you also. Because the chief of COVID told me you're not allowed to tell. Only for you, because if I ask, he cannot not tell. If I demand, he has to tell me the truth.
Yes, Master.
But it doesn't mean that I'm allowed to tell. He has to do what he has to do.
Yes, Master.
Just like one of our sisters experienced some COVID-19 because she worked in the hospital as a nurse. But then she talked to them and they say, oh, we're just soldiers. We do what we're told. Meaning, don't blame us.
Yes.
But then after she talked to them and she called upon the master, then they understood and they disappear. So she recovered with nothing. By nothing, from nothing. Many people have it milder and still stay in the hospital. Many cases with disciples are like that. But maybe because they are not cautious enough, maybe they're too confident. They don't meditate enough. They rely too much on master power. So they need to learn also.
Yes, Master.
And if somebody died because of that, it's also because it's their time to die.
Yes.
Long time ago, in India, there was a story about Master Kirpa Singh.
Yes.
Kirpa Singh from Beas,
Yes,
Beas lineage. After the master died, his trusted confidant, like secretary, that always was with him, one day he wanted to go in the car to go somewhere. And she said to someone that she knew this will be her last time. She kind of knew that the accident would happen. But one person also wanted to go with her. And she said, you also want to go? And they had an accident and they perished.
Wow.
You can't help it if it's your time to go. And if it's the way you have to go. Yeah?
Right.
But sometimes, even if you practice very well and you're highly developed, if you had to go, you have to go. Okay? One way or another.
Yes, Master.
So even Jesus had to die on the cross, but that was destiny prescribed for him.
Right.
The price he had to pay, okay?
Yes, Master.
But this devil, ignoramus, foul mouth of a so-called Pope Francis, dare slander him as if he's a failure. Humans are so ungrateful.
Yes.
But most humans are not like that. It's only the devil that would say such things because they are originally against God already anyway.
Yes.
Normally they were punished in hell and locked in there. It's just humans who were so bad that the door opened and they came up and even stay in the top position.
Yes.
Yeah, acquiring all that power to talk nonsense, to harm people, to harm humans and others.
Yes, Master.
Just because humans are bad, the world is so rotten, that the energy can open the gate for them. And God allows that as well. God had to let it happen. Otherwise, how else? How else could it happen that humans will be cleansed or wake up after many masters have been sent down and softly told them what to do, to be enlightened or to be saved? After all this soft-spoken talk, it didn't work. So this is how it happened. It's not like you can blame the devils alone. Just like you are treated badly in the prison because you were a bad criminal. You have to be in an isolation cell and all that because of your behavior. You're also in prison on top of that. If you're a good person, you would not be in prison.
Yes, Master.
And the guard, the warden, would not treat you bad or punish you more in there because it's allowed like that. If you break the rules in prison, you punish even harsher like that. These things you cannot always explain in human language, but you can see through the actions and speech
Yes.
of those so-called priests or the Pope. You can see from what they say, because what they say came from what they think, from their level, and you can see their devil's level. There's no need for me to explain. Whatever you think, you speak out, or your action comes out of your being inside, no?
Yes, Master.
Just like I told you, if it's an apple tree, it will produce apple fruit, no?
Yes.
Like that. It comes out. It comes out from nowhere. The apple tree doesn't look like the apple fruit, but it comes out as an apple fruit. The same with other poisonous fruits. It doesn't look like the tree, but the fruit, we speak what the tree is. We speak what kind of tree is that? Poisonous tree or a good fruit tree? See? Same. Even if they profess that they are monks or the Pope or priest or whatever, they're just evil. If they do evil things, then they are evil. What else?
Yes, Master.
Must be, yeah.
Just because they're priests and they do evil things, you call them saintly?
No.
Or saintly deeds?
No.
Raping children, is it saintly or priestly?
No,
Master.
Of course not.
Yes.
Master.
Yeah, by your actions, by your fruits, you shall be known.
Yes.
Not just from the inside, but your outside actions even. We speak what you are inside. If the inside is not evil, you cannot do evil things outside, no?
True, Master.
True.
Yeah, why do I talk about this stuff?
No, Master,
Yeah.
you said that what the priest and the Pope does, they would go to hell for a long time.
Yes.
But if they're from hell anyway, would they be afraid of that?
They are also afraid, but they don't know it. That's the thing. They don't know it from the human brain.
Yes.
They're afraid to go back to hell. They don't want to, because once they are exiled back to hell, it would take thousands or even hundreds of thousands or millions of years if they have any chance to go back in the sunlight again. Hell life is not all that comfortable, even if you are workers in there.
Yes.
Master.
There's no light, or dark, or bad, or horrible things, and horrible prisoners, or punishment all the time. It's no fun. The hell people even beg to come to live on this planet,
Oh.
but they're not allowed to unless humans are so bad like this, and their level, the humans' level, is just as bad as the hell level. The energy is almost like that or similar in some places or many places. Then the devils can come up because it's the same level of energy.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Yes, Master.
It's like that. So humans have come into such a demonized state that the devils can come up and make a lot of trouble and suffering for them and everyone else. All the bad things are happening. Drugs, alcohol, and prostitution, they're all equal now.
Yes.
Even the so-called harmless cannabis,
Yes.
what else is the name for it?
Marijuana?
Marijuana. They are not all that harmless. Science will slowly discover. They did already discover something for humans' health, but it's not all. Just like many other things, or drugs, or mushrooms even, they discover only one part at a time, or just some part, but not complete. Like Omicron, they will never discover the whole thing.
Wow.
Yeah, they will see only the result, but they might not even know that it's from the Omicron. You see what I'm saying?
Oh.
Yes, Master.
They would just probably say humans become more degraded or whatever. I don't want to say further because then I will spill it out.
Oh.
Okay?
Yes.
I can't. I promise already. I cannot do that. I have to respect their work. They are not bad. They just have to do it. They just have to do the job.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
Suppose any sane and sage dismiss the pandemic and let the humans continue to live. What's the good of it? They continue to kill each other, to rape children, to murder innocent babies in the womb or the just born child,
Yes.
and making war and taking drugs and harming children and seducing children into doing drugs, doing prostitution and killing and murdering. all the time,
Yes.
all this time, and continue even more.
Yes,
Yes.
Master.
And murdering en masse the innocent animals, people who are beneficial to humankind. And even if they don't have enough animal people, they even inseminate them and make more.
Yes, Master.
So they continue to murder, and the blood runs all over, already like rivers and lakes.
Yeah.
They will continue their evil ways. They will never wake up. Because all these centuries, masters come and go, and all the teachings left behind, they could read them all nowadays. And all the movies that show such evil in the slaughterhouse, they still don't stop.
Yeah.
Yes.
And countries still continue to use all the hard-earned tax money with sweat and tears to make more weapons, to kill more,
Yes,
to kill
Master.
more people, threaten more people, either physically or psychologically or mentally. It's all the same pain,
Yes,
just
Master.
different. Just different. People are afraid psychologically and mentally. They're also unwell, even though you don't see it, obviously, like if somebody is wounded by physical means.
Yes.
But they are still unwell. They are still harassed and molested and tortured in different ways.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
The war, they still want to go on or threaten to go on, even though our war is already half dead.
Yes.
All they think about is just more land, more power, more political consolidation, political position, consolidation.
Yes.
They don't care about their citizens. If they care about their citizens, they would take care differently. They would find a way to lead the citizens into more wholesome ways, to help them elevate spiritually or mentally, at least more enlightened somehow, more healthy, so that they don't get the pandemic. Even if the pandemic's there, they will be protected.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
They don't care. They just care about more weapons and more might,
Yes, Master.
vying with each other for might, for killer might, for murderous might. What's the use of that? What is it to be proud of? That you are a murderer or an intended murderer. Even intended only, you will go to hell also. Remember the Prophet, peace be upon him, told us in the hadith that the two people fighting each other, the one who kills will go to hell, and the one who is killed also will go to hell, because he also intended to kill. He just weaker, so he lost, and he lost his life.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
It's the intention, it's the thought that counts. It's also the speech, because it came from the thought. Whatever you say, it comes from your thinking, no?
Yes.
True.